The previous video showed how to make the soil blocks. Now we're going to demonstrate how to plant seeds in those soil blocks and water those seeds while they're going through germination, as well as watering the plants when they are strong enough to be outside in the weather. Now that I have my pots made, I'm bringing them inside to plant the seeds and keep them nice and warm. I'm using a heating mat here with a feedback control system. The heating mat is plugged into this temperature control, which is plugged into the wall and has a temperature feedback. So now I'll take my soil pots and put them on the mat, and I'll plug the thermostat into one of the pots. And so now the thermostat is sensing the temperature of the soil in the pot, and so I can set it for an optimal temperature, so I'm sure that my seeds will germinate at that optimal temperature. The control will add power when the temperature goes down and take power off when the temperature goes up to maintain an optimal soil temperature. I have seeds soaking in the same solution that I used to make the mixture for the potting soil blocks. There's 500 to 1 vinegar extracted eggshells, and there's 500 to 1 nettle fermented plant juice. So these have been soaking for maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'll let them go for a while longer as I organize things. But I'll be planting 2 seeds in each of these blocks, and then I'll thin to a single best plant. Soaking seeds is very useful. It is a way to get rid of bad seed. Good seed should sink, and floating seed is generally not a good thing. It also, for tomato seeds, removes some of the gelatinous material on the exterior that might prohibit growth. So these seeds have been soaking for about 20 minutes now, and I'm going to plant them. And I have a couple of tools for getting the seeds out. So we'll get the seeds out now. And a couple. And simply place them in the divot. And I'll put one on one side of the divot and a second one on the other side of the divot. Slightly bury them and go on to the next. One side of the divot and the other side of the divot. With new seeds, I like to water from the top with a foliar sprayer as well as from the bottom to be sure those seeds stay nice and wet. You see, my block making was not as good as it could have been. These onion seeds have been soaking for quite some time now, and I'm planting them in this pot. They're soaking in the same mixture I've soaked and made the pots for my tomatoes and peppers. 500 to 1 nettle fermented plant juice, 500 to 1 chicken eggshell vinegar extraction. I'll water this from the bottom, get the water to come up into the pot, and I'll also water it from the top as well. Tamp that down. And I'm getting about 35 onions per pot. I use my foliar sprayer to water the tops. It's a nice gentle spray. And I can repeat several times over the course of the day, so I get water on the top. I do this for my seeds too. Alright, these guys are looking pretty good. Got good development on these tomato plants. You can see the stem at the bottom is a lot thicker than the stem at the top. Developing those third set of leaves. Got nice hairies on the stems as well. So I'm pretty pleased with these guys. They're looking good. Onions are coming along nicely, and the peppers as well. So what I want to show you here is how to water these things. These plants have been out in the sun like this. It's beautiful, sunny, warm days. You can see it's a little dry on the top, and I want to water these things from the bottom so that moisture comes up through the bottom and forces the roots to go down and find the water. I keep this nice and moist so that I can leave these in the sun all day long, and they'll just soak it up and enjoy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour water into the bottom of the tray, and I'm going to look at the corners of the tray to make sure that there's water in all four corners, indicating some degree of levelness, so that the water will then penetrate into the center of the tray and provide water to all of the plants. Of course, I'm using rainwater, and so here's an example. I'm just going to pour water in here. I'll find a local stick and just prop it up just a little bit. And that's looking pretty good. Alright, so I'll fill this up now, and that'll provide enough water for the day. That took a fair bit of water right there. I can see it filling in the middle now, and I think those plants will really enjoy this nice sunny day. Well, I hope you found this video useful. We'll put these plants in the ground next, so stay tuned for that. Transplanting.